John Force, the legend who turned drag racing into must-see theater for decades, just sent a simple but powerful message to his team. After 50 years of roaring engines and record-breaking runs, the man known as the Professor is stepping back from the driver's seat. But instead of fading away, he's watching a brand new chapter unfold right in front of him. The 2026 NHRA season kicked off at the Amalie Motor Oil Gatornationals in Gainesville, Florida. For fans who have followed John Force Racing, JFR, since the late 1970s, this weekend felt like turning a page in a story that has lasted half a century. Force himself was there, not in a race car, but cheering from the pits as four fresh faces carried the famous blue and white colors down the drag strip. Let's talk about what actually happened on the track, because it was electric. Two brand new drivers to the team made it all the way to the finals on opening weekend. Josh Hart, now behind the wheel of the Top Fuel dragster, took the victory. He beat reigning champion Doug Kalitta in a final that had everyone on their feet. Across the funny car lane, Alexis DeJoria pushed her way to the runner-up spot. She came heartbreakingly close to winning, but still showed the kind of speed that makes people sit up and notice. Meanwhile, Jordan Vandergriff and longtime JFR driver Jack Beckman kept the family drama alive in the first round. Vandergriff knocked out Beckman in a head-to-head battle before falling in the semifinals. 4 drivers, for strong performances. One very proud team owner watching from the sidelines. After the races wrapped up, Force posted a short note that captured exactly how he felt. It was great to be back at the track this past weekend in Gainesville. Excited for this new chapter and cheering on my 4 teams this race season. You can almost hear the smile in those words. After everything he has been through, 16 Funny Car World Championships between 1990 and 2013, an NHRA title back in 1984, and that terrifying crash at the Virginia Nationals in 2024 that nearly ended everything. Force sounds genuinely thrilled. He retired from full-time driving at the end of 2025, handing the keys to the next generation. Now he gets to be the proud dad watching his kids chase the same dream he lived for 50 years. Think about that number for a second. John Force first strapped into a funny car in 1977. By the time the 2027 season rolls around, the sport will have watched him for a full half-century. That kind of staying power is almost unheard of anywhere in motorsports. Most drivers come and go. Force stayed, won, crashed, rebuilt, and won again. Now he's passing the torch without letting go of the team he built from the ground up. The new lineup feels like a perfect mix of experience and fresh energy. Josh Hart brings proven top fuel speed. Alexis DeJoria returns to the funny car seat she once owned with style and determination. Jordan Vandergriff and Jack Beckman add depth and that familiar JFR fighting spirit. Together, they're not just racing. They're carrying 50 years of history on their shoulders. And if you're wondering why drag racing hits differently than other motorsports, listen to what former NASCAR champion Tony Stewart once said. In a 2024 podcast with Kevin Harvick, Stewart put it in the simplest terms. In NASCAR, you're in the car for 3.5 hours, making pit stops, fighting for position over hundreds of laps. In drag racing, you're in the car for 3.5 seconds, going from 0 to 330 miles an hour. One tiny mistake and the run is over. There's no fixing it later. That contrast explains why every single pass at Gainesville felt so huge. There are no second chances on the drag strip. You get one shot. The new JFR drivers nailed their shots all weekend long. For longtime fans, this moment carries extra weight. John Force isn't just a driver who retired. He's the face of a family team that has survived crashes, sponsor changes, and tough seasons. Seeing him walk the pits without a helmet, clapping for his new drivers, felt like watching a legend hand over the keys while still keeping the engine warm. The 2026 season is young, but the early signs are promising. Hart's win and DeJoria's runner-up finish prove the new blood is ready. Vandergriff and Beckman showed they can battle hard even on tough days. And Force? He's right there, excited for every single run. 50 years is a long time in any sport. Very few people get to start something, grow it into a dynasty, and then watch the next wave take over while still feeling the same thrill. John Force is one of those rare people. His short message after Gainesville wasn't just nice words. It was a promise. The story isn't ending. It's simply turning the page. So buckle up. The engines are still loud. The parachutes are still popping at the end of the strip. And John Force Racing is rolling into a brand new era with the same fire that started all back in 1977. The professor may have parked his own car, but the team he built is just getting started.